And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
Well, like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy here.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? He met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now that you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
but you're more in the category like Luther Rickman, Arnold, okay?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic. That's great, partner. You two ever go out place everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go. We head to Kroger's, and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God. And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes.
can you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
How
I
do you do it?
mean,
Teach
the
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you know you gotta get the smile going on some shoes. But you know,
Wait, hold up.
You got-
I gotta
when
try
it's
this.
time-
with
when
you.
it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try
you
this
gotta
with
think of
you.
something funny and start
do,
laughing.
do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
Just a sexy eye right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
Each words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis is ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Find somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I hope you guys are all having a terrific Tuesday. It is Tuesday, y'all. Tuesday. Hopefully you guys are all having a wonderful one and keeping it positive and keeping it interesting so far for your asses. Okay? It is Tuesday. We're just a couple more days closer. We're just that much closer to the weekend, y'all. That much closer to the weekend. As some other people would say, this is Monday part 2. And yesterday was a crazy day. Was a very crazy day. There was a lot going on yesterday. You know what I'm saying? We had the Electoral College votes come in that confirmed that we still have President-elect Joe Biden as the elected president so far, unless some stroke of miracle happens in the next 3 to 4 weeks. We are going to sit and wait and see what goes down with all that. But unfortunately, that are the breaks for right now. Good morning to everyone that's on here right now. Good morning to Chase. Good morning to Shay. And all the people that are still kind of filing in as we get going. Before we jump into all this conversation, my boy David is in the house. What's a guam, man?
Hey, man, it's good. I woke up way too early because I forgot to turn the heat on before I went to bed, and it was like 30 degrees. So got up in the middle of the night and been up since then. That was my fault, though. So,
oh, boy. You better go and get some sleep. You better go and try to get some sleep, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like it's like for me, no matter how many times I try to get as much sleep as I possibly can, it still seems like it's never enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm always playing catch up when it comes to the sleep stuff. But anyway. Shay just said better than waking up too hot. She's got a point. I'd rather wake up kind of cold than waking up just, in a pool of my own sweat. You know what I mean? Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, that's miserable to wake up covered in sweat.
It's a terrible thing, man. That's a terrible thing. I don't like it. But then at the same time, I don't know. Would you rather freeze to death or overheat? There you go. Heat to death. You know what I mean? That's the ongoing question, I guess.
Yes, I'd rather freeze to death. Just go to sleep instead of going crazy first.
Yeah, wanting to rip off your own skin kind of thing.
Yeah.
I can see that being really, really tough. Of course, we got to talk about this whole thing with the vaccine. We got this. Obviously, there's some vaccine updates and all that, and David's got the stories on that. But before we jump into that, Shay just said in the very beginning, she said, hey guys, I'm in class, so I can't chill for too long. Oh, that sucks. Lo siento. Also, my hospital just got 975 doses of the Pfizer vaccine today. And on Friday, we are getting Moderna's. So eeny, meeny, miny, mo, I guess. It's interesting that Moderna, I mean, obviously, as we're going to talk about this here shortly, but I didn't know that it was already given the thumbs up. So the fact that you guys will be getting it on Friday already? Damn. I didn't know that the FDA gave it the thumbs up. Did the FDA give Moderna the thumbs up?
No, but they're going to. So they're in the process of giving them their EUA, but it's expected they're to pass. It's been expected that since they started the review. So the chances of it not going through at this point are pretty low, I would say.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like the waiting period was like an extra formality in this case. Really, they're trying to get it out as quickly as the Pfizer. So, plus the mRNA technology is pretty similar, so they do react fairly alike.
Right on. Okay. Well, before we jump into vaccine and COVID talk and all that stuff, I want to switch gears just a tiny bit because I want us to laugh. You know, it's something that we don't do very often. It sucks. I hate it. I feel in my bones how much I hate it so damn much. You know what I'm saying? I freaking hate it. So, I figured it's time to start talking about other things other than just vaccines and COVID and COVID and vaccine and vaccine and COVID. So we're going to talk about a few things before we start talking about vaccine updates and all that stuff. So one of the things I wanted to talk about, which is something fun, something stupid, something hilarious. And I think we all need a really good laugh right now, okay? So there was this guy by the name of Jeff Jacobson. He put out a tweet because he did something. He wanted to do something nice for his mama. Okay, so he paid a very popular person to do a cameo. And now, if you don't know what a cameo is basically where it is a online service where all your favorite celebrities of all types, from politicians all the way down to authors, singers, comedians, reality stars, you name it, everything. Okay, is on this cameo, and you could pay them whatever they ask for to give your loved one or your show or your business, or whatever you want them to say. They will do a minute or less video giving your business or a friend or whoever you write out for a shout out in a video for an allotted price. Okay, so this particular gentleman, Jeff Jacobson, paid Smokey Robinson, okay, I mean, legendary singer, songwriter, I mean, the tracks of my tears, you know, Smokey Robinson, for crying out loud, okay? He paid him to do a shout out for his mother. And I'm just gonna let you guys see the video for it yourself. It's hilarious. It's freaking hilarious. Wait till he actually says how he pronounces a certain holiday. That's all I'm gonna say. Enjoy.
Hey, Marco. How you doing? Surprise, surprise. This is Smokey Robinson. I know you didn't expect to hear from me. But I was contacted by your sons, Jeff and Jared. And they told me that you used to live in Detroit across the street from me. And gosh, that's beautiful. How you doing again? Nice talking to you again, I guess. But anyway, you're living in Vancouver now, and they wanted me to wish you happy Chinooka. I have no idea what Chinooka is, but happy Chinooka because they said so. Anyway, God bless you, baby.
Oh, God.
And enjoy Chinooka. Have a wonderful time.
Why did he have to say it 3 times? I don't know how many times he did it, but who says Chinooka? It's Hanukkah. Hanukkah. How does he not know it's Hanukkah? Like, okay. What were you saying, David? I'm sorry. What did you just say?
It's like he's looking at the Hebrew version where it's like Hanukkah, and he's trying to pronounce it like it's English.
Exactly. Oh, God.
In Detroit, across the street from me.
I mean,
how you doing again? Nice talking to you again.
He doesn't give a damn. He just wants to secure the bag.
You're living in Vancouver now, and they wanted me to wish you happy Chinooka. I have no idea what Chinooka is, but happy Chinooka because they said so.
Happy Chinooka. I don't even know what that is, but I just wanted to say happy Chinooka. All right, have a happy Chinooka. He's just trying to secure the bags because obviously he's getting paid like at least $200 or something like that. I don't know what his rate is, but I'm sure it is something like astronomically high because he's Smokey freaking Robinson, right? And he's sitting there going, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right here, but I understand you come from the same block that I came from, and how you doing? Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm just here to secure them bags. I don't really give a damn about anything else except securing them bags. My kids, cell phone bill is just too expensive. This is about to pay for all that. I just, he couldn't have like gone to somebody and just said, hey guys, honey, baby, because probably his wife knows at least what that word was. So he's like, what is this, Chinooka? What is this, baby? Can you pronounce this for me? Because I don't want to get it wrong. He could have Googled it. He could have asked Siri it. How do you pronounce this said word? You know what I'm saying? He didn't do any of that. He just wanted to quickly scoop up the bag real quick. Bruh, done. Bruh, I'm done. Thank you so much, Smokey. You made my day. Actually, I saw this yesterday. I thought it was freaking hilarious. I was crying. I was laughing so hard. Chinooka. Like, you don't have any Jewish friends? You couldn't have called them real quick? Just something, hey, bruh, what is this word? Yeah, yeah, shalom. What is this word? You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Mazel Tov. Anything. Bruh, that was so, oh, God, thank you. Thank you, Smokey Robinson. You made my day. You made my freaking day, man. Thank you. See, we all need, see, David's agreeing. He's like, yes, that really made my day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need some of this stuff every once in a while. We talk about this damn vaccine every single damn day, man. Like, bruh, oh, thank you. Like, these are the moments that I crave people making honest mistakes. I crave that stuff because it's stuff that we don't get very often, because lots of times we hear about bad things all the damn time, and everybody wants to kill each other via, in chats and in phone calls and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So this is nice. Woo! Thank you. I needed that. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy Chinooka. Happy Chinooka, by the way. Happy Chinooka. Just so you know. Happy Chinooka. Anyway, moving on. What were you going to say, David?
He didn't even try. Like, it would have just taken a few seconds of effort to figure out what the word meant.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can see Hanukkah in there. At the very least, you might think it's like a typo or something if he's never seen the word. I don't know. It just seems pretty. Well, I mean, he didn't try to do a good job, so that's the reason he got it wrong.
Yeah, what I'm about to do right now, I'm pulling up Cameo right now, right? Smokey Robinson. Let's see. I want to see how much he costs, because usually they have a wow. So he was getting wow. So for him to do a request, which is what he just did, where he was like, hey, mama, just wanted to say happy Chinooka, right? Just that is $350. So all he has to do is pick up his phone, give somebody a shout out for $350 to speak on his cell phone and go, hey, David, just wanted to say, love that beard. Happy Chinooka. That would have been $350. That's the easiest way he could, that is the easiest way to secure the bags. That is the easiest thing. All you got to do is just pick up a phone and talk into it and give that person a cameo. It don't matter. You can say, happy birthday, man. $350 right there. Bang.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can they get a refund since he didn't do it right?
That's what I'd like to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like he pronounced Hanukkah Chinooka. Do I get a refund? But honestly, that dude just made a video that went viral. It was a very expensive viral video, but he just got a viral video nonetheless. So hey, huge shout out to him. Congratulations. on the viral video, hitting that viral video off of $350. Damn. Chinooka. There you go, guys. Excuse me. I am very congested for some weird reason this morning. So there you go. There you have it. We're going to jump into this next story. I know that it looks like there is a Dungeons and Dragons movie coming out here very, very soon. Or actually, it's about to go into production. And they just signed on somebody, an A-lister name. Is he considered an A-lister name? Okay, I digress. David's got the story. What's up?
All right, so some of you probably didn't know there was a Dungeons and Dragons movie coming, but it is, and there's been a lot of people interested in it. I've been interested in it, and Joe, I always pronounce this wrong, but it's like Joe Manganiello, right?
Manganiello. I think it's Manganiello, something like that.
All right. And so he's one of the people that's very interested in it, and he's already probably going to be on board. Mm-hmm. But Deadline just reported that Chris Pine is he's working on a contract for a potential Dungeons and Dragons hiring, and Chris Pine is considered A+ just because of how much he gets paid for each role so far, especially coming off of like Guardians of the Galaxy and all of that, which I think there's still supposed to be more of this. So
and Star Trek.
Yeah.
And Star Trek.
Yeah, and he's in a few. Let's see. Either way, so this movie is coming. It's been having a lot of problems getting off the ground because of mostly COVID. Unsurprisingly, it's just been production problems.
Right.
Yeah, but they have had an idea and they've had a script for a while, at least a partial script, and it's just now starting to go forward full scale. I mean, they're in the part of where they're getting actors to start actually filming. So this is the end of pre-production. Chris Pine obviously would be a huge boost. Dungeons & Dragons is popular, but it doesn't have, say, the same popular appeal that Marvel Comics have gained yet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still kind of a nerd culture thing. So it does, I think, will benefit from a higher paid actor, higher role actor, especially one that's already involved in comic movies. So he's kind of there. He's kind of made what's been considered nerd culture before legitimate. So with Star Trek in particular. So I kind of expect he might be able to bring that gravitas to Dungeons and Dragons and elevate it a little more than the first two movies that everyone probably forgot about because they weren't good and they didn't do well.
Wait, there were Dungeons and Dragon movies?
Yeah,
that's
I think they might have been direct to DVD though.
Okay, that's why. Okay, cool. Because I didn't hear anything about that. And here it is. Joe Manganiello or Manganiello, however the werewolf from True Blood, okay? Good actor, by the way. Pretty good actor. But the funny thing is he is a huge Dungeons and Dragons guy. Like he's insanely obsessed with it. So much that he has a whole bunch of other Hollywood actors that get together and they just play Dungeons and Dragons in his basement. He has a full custom, decorated basement specifically for D&D. It's insane. He talks about it on many interviews and stuff like that. Because I remember seeing him on Stephen Colbert's show and talking about this whole thing. Like talking about how he's obsessed with D&D. So the fact that this is turning into a movie, it's about time. I'm gonna be straight funky on that. It's about damn time. I think this is something that has been a huge popular thing forever. And the fact that it hasn't turned, they got Pokemon for crying out loud. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pokemon is a huge thing. So the fact that they haven't even done this yet is beyond me. It's surprising that they're finally doing something about it now. There are so many D&D freaks out there that will eat this freaking movie up. Especially if you got, like, Chris Pine and a bunch of other A-list actors involved in it. I think it's going to be a very good move. Although I don't mean to be rude or anything, but I'm like, Chris Pine is an A-list. Okay, sure. Last time I saw him in a movie where he was headlining was Star Trek. And that was a while ago. So I don't know how he is still A-list, but he was in Wonder Woman, and he's going to be in Wonder Woman the 1984 one. So I don't know. Maybe, you know, I digress. I could be completely wrong. He could be straight up A-list actor. I'm not going to sit there and throw shade on his work. He's done a lot of great stuff. I just feel like he's, you know, he's not, well, I take that back. I guess he is A-list. I mean, you say Chris Pine, you know exactly who he is. You know what I'm saying? No offense to no offense to Joe Manganiello, but you say Joe Manganiello, I'm sure a lot of people are like, who? You know what I'm saying? So I guess he's an A-list actor in that regard. What were you going to say, David?
Yeah, he's been mostly an act. He hasn't been in anything major that I know of since 2018 or so. I'm looking at his IMDb now, and that does look to be the case. He did some voice work in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, but other than that, he's been on TV shows for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
But it looks like a lot of his movies did begin production in 2019 or 2018 and have just been stalled because of COVID, so that might be why. He's got like 7 coming out very soon.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. Shay just said he's from my Pittsburgh. I don't know what that means, but he's from your Pittsburgh. Is Pittsburgh meaning your armpits? I don't know what that means, Shay. I'm just playing. You know, Nobleness D is right. He might be an A- list actor. Not A+, maybe not A. You know, like A+ is Tom Hanks. Anything Tom Hanks does, people are going to draw. There's a draw instantly. He could be like, Tom Hanks is, you know, Grover in Sesame Street's new movie. Everybody would go see it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Tom Hanks painted green, living in a trash can and being angry instead of... He's playing against type. He's playing against type. Usually he's lovable and fun. You know what I'm saying? He's the person who makes you want to... You know, he makes you squirt them tears out. But if he was like the Grouch... That's what I meant. The Grouch. You know? Living in a trash can. Oscar the Grouch. Everybody and their mama would go see that. Him being an ass? Hell yeah. That's totally against type.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I feel you. I mean, Chris
Left
Pine
turn,
is
sorry.
whether he's whatever like rating they give him, he's not he's popular, but he's not what I would consider like a huge actor in terms of skill and in reputation. I just like that he's being pulled on because that makes it more likely the movie will get decent acting overall because he is a good actor. He's not like Tom Hanks level, but he's a good actor, so I believe he can carry a Dungeons and Dragons role just fine.
Yeah.
So I think he'll help that out at least. Though I do agree with you. He's not an actor that's struck my interest too much in general.
You know, I'll say this. The one thing, because Nobleness just said something else too. He looks like a pretty boy. You know what makes him look like a pretty boy? You want to know what it is? Wait for it. It's his eyebrows. That's it. Look at it. Like, look up Chris Pine for 2 seconds and just look at his face. It's his eyebrows. I think his eyebrows are too perfectly coiffed. I think that's what's going on. That's why he looks like a pretty boy. It's them eyebrows. Because really, you look at him, and mainly you just see his eyebrows. That's just me, though. The eyebrows is what my eyes avert to when I look at his face. When I look at the face, I see the eyebrows instantly. Is that just me? I think that's just... I don't think that's just me. I think it's the eyebrows. You know what I'm saying?
Could be. I haven't seen his face since the last Star Trek movie, so it's been a bit.
No, but his eyebrow, he just has. He's just, you know. His eyebrows are too perfectly coiffed. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. They're just too perfect.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm not crazy. Look, hold on, man. Damn. You guys got me working now. Damn. I'm pulling up Chris Pine for a second, And you don't tell me to the rest of the world, you can't tell me it's not his eyebrows. Bruh, it's his freaking eyebrows. Hold up. They're too perfect. Look at his freaking eyebrows, man. It's his eyebrows. Look at this. Look at this. Bang. See? Eyebrows. Eyebrows. That's what I instantly see. Look. You know? Eyebrows. Well, you know, that's him off duty. But when he's on duty, boom, perfectly coiffed. See? 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 Look, eyebrows. He got a beard, and I'm not even looking at the beard, yo. I'm looking at the eyebrows, son. That's when you know you got powerful eyebrows. Damn. Look at them eyebrows, man.
He's always got one raised, too, and the other is just like normal.
Exactly. There's always something like, You know what I mean? Who farted? You know what I'm saying? It's like, bruh. Anyway, Shay just said, do you know who has crazy eyebrows? Eugene Levy. True. And his son does too. Daniel Levy has crazy eyebrows too. And that's what I'm saying. It's just the eyebrows. But even Eugene Levy's eyebrows aren't perfectly coiffed. Those are bushy eyebrows. There's a difference. Chris Pine's are perfectly coiffed. That's why he looks like a pretty boy, because he's perfectly manscaped. As Nobleness just said. You know what I mean? Just perfectly manscaped. That's it.
Yeah.
I digress. I'm done.
Well, other movie news, since there's not as much to say about it, there's
go ahead.
The Mortal Kombat movie is finally coming out.
Mortal Kombat! Go ahead.
Yeah. If you guys have been following it, they've been trying to make a new movie for about 6 years. They ended up hiring a guy that did a actual fan movie that he ended up hiring actors and everything for to direct it and write it. And he did a pretty good job with no budget, so I'm interested to see this. And it's coming out April 16th on both HBO Max and at theaters, because Warner Brothers is releasing everything for 2021 at both HBO Max and theaters. So this would be one of the earlier ones that are doing that. And best of all, this one's actually rated R, whereas the first one, if you remember, was rated PG-13.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. We might actually see fatalities in this one, or, people getting, like the video game, kind of. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that one. There's not a whole lot of details released on it. It's just been delayed again because of COVID, and I was afraid it would go away because it had been canceled before, and there was a struggle to get it made. And I think it'd actually be pretty good considering the writer they have on board.
I wonder if it's going to still have the same kind of draw like it did in the 90s when that movie came out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mortal Kombat! You know what I'm saying? And that was fun. That was a fun movie. They should have stopped it after that movie.
Yeah.
They should have stopped it at that movie, but they made so much damn money when that first movie came out. They were like, all right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's make another one. And that one was trash. The fact that it's going to be rated R, that's a good thing. Then they could finally do all the like fatalities and all that stuff. That should be fun. This has to be done right. That's all. It just has to be done right.
I
think that's what everybody cares about, really. But what were you going to say?
I do think WB will be putting a lot more effort into this because nowadays, Mortal Kombat was popular back then, but in terms of money, it's way more profitable now. Since the 9th game, they've been increasing sales by like something close to a few 100,000 every new iteration. Mortal Kombat 11 came out in 2017, and that one's still being sold at a pretty quick rate. So there's a lot of money to be made for Mortal Kombat right now, much more than there was before. Mortal Kombat 9 kind of revitalized the series in terms of a marketplace. So I'm not too surprised that it finally got approved, considering all the money the series has made in the past 6 to 7 years. That also gives me hope that since it is now a super financially successful franchise for the WB, that they will put more effort into this movie than they did, say, the second Mortal Kombat movie that we saw before.
Yeah,
which, yeah.
That was trash. So WB, yeah, okay. Warner Brothers is trying to, come out with some serious stuff. You know what I'm saying? Finally. Not saying that they haven't been putting out good stuff, but, they're actually trying to do some stuff. I also would love to see a time where they don't do reboots. That's what I'd love to see as well. And that's just for Hollywood in general. Stop doing 15 different Batman movies. Let's just call it a day. You know what I'm saying? It's done. You know what I'm saying? Like, stick a fork in it. It's done. It's way overcooked. Let's move on to another character. There's plenty of comic book characters that people love. Focus on something else. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Spider-Man. Batman, Spider-Man, Superman, not really. Not so much. They kind of stopped after a while. You know what I'm saying? They finally gave up on that. But it'd be nice to see some other characters that actually are worthwhile, in my personal opinion. And it's cool that they're like trying to bring back Mortal Kombat. It's still a very popular game. So, and it's changed considerably from like the 90s when we were playing it as kids. So, shoot, man, come on with it. Come on with it. I'd love to see what you do with all the technology, and the fact that it's rated R, man, this thing might be pretty dope. It just might be pretty dope. You know what I mean? They should never, ever do, oh my God, is Street Fighter still a popular game? Does that even exist anymore?
Kind of. Like
Okay.
Street Fighter 2, which came out like 20 years ago, is still popular, but the Street Fighters that came out since then haven't really succeeded as much.
Okay.
So yeah, just Street Fighter 2 keeps getting re-released all the time for some reason. People keep buying it, but all the other Street Fighters have kind of failed.
Okay. Because they need to stop making movies like that. The Jean-Claude Van Damme, like I literally sat down and watched that a few months ago. Just rewatched the whole movie again, just to see why the movie is so bad. The movie is terrible. And I think Jean-Claude Van Damme was on cocaine the entire time. But you got, oh man, I forgot his name now. The guy who played Bison. Not Bison. I'm sorry, not Bison. The main bad guy. Why am I forgetting the main bad guy's name?
That is Bison.
No, it is Bison, right? Yeah, it's Bison.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting his name, like Raul Julia? I think it's Raul Julia. Something like that.
I don't know. I don't know the actor's name.
It doesn't say his name there?
I'm looking for it now.
Now I feel like a jerk. IMDb. Yeah, Raul Julia. Bang. Thank you. He was really great in it because he's Raul Julia, for crying out loud. He's a very talented actor, and it was his last movie he ever did before he died. He was battling cancer, and he was literally at the last stages of his life shooting this movie. Just shot up with all kinds of drugs and dealing with the pain as best as he could while he played Bison. And he was the only positive thing about that movie. This movie is trash. But anyway, I digress. I'm not trying to go into like a whole conversation about Street Fighter and why it sucks. It's just that you got Jean-Claude Van Damme is an anomaly. Like the 80s and 90s are a complete anomaly to me when it comes to foreign actors that play American, but they still have their accents. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jean-Claude Van Damme. They all, like, he's an American cop. He's a rogue American cop on the road. And then he's still got his Belgian accent. It doesn't make any sense. Well, he was actually French Canadian in that. You know what I'm saying? But now he's a cop in America. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So it's an anomaly.
I agree.
I know that's a little bit of a left turn, but it's just a little bit of an anomaly to me, where the people still allow it because, you got the muscles from Brussels, you know what I'm saying, doing his flying split kicks and stuff, And they're just like, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's Jean-Claude kicking ass. And it's like, he's not even, come on. He's not American. Listen to the accent, bruh. He didn't even try. He didn't even get a dialect, like a dialect coach, an accent coach, nothing. You know what I mean? So you got, him playing, I forgot the name in the movie, in the
Guile,
and he's like, okay, we're going to get these bastards. Like, yeah, it's like, what are you doing? No, Jean-Claude. So, oh man.
I mean, on one hand though, like, it might be better than hearing like Arnold try to do, or at least back then, try to do an American accent, because it's just going to sound terrible. At least you can just ignore his real accent, I guess, easier. At least I can, than a bad American accent.
I think, when it comes to like somebody like Arnold, somebody like for example, Sylvester Stallone, he's like, hey, and he just talks like that, but he doesn't really talk like that. He doesn't sound like that in real life. He talks normally. He just does that because it's what sells movies. It's how he makes his money. But then when you sit down and you actually hear him talk, he's an incredibly intelligent human being, well-read, incredibly talented. Now I'm not trying to sit here and be like, oh, I'm a Sylvester Stallone fan, but you know what I'm saying? It's just amazing. And then in his movies, the entire time. I don't know why that's a thing, but people just ate it up. You know what? Rodney Martin just said, at least we know Jason Statham is English. Absolutely. I agree. I couldn't agree more. Yes. But he just talks like this the entire movie. The entire movie, he talks like that. He's one of the, he made being bald badass. By the way, he was one of the first. And then Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson came in with his bald ass self as well. I'm just letting y'all know. He came in first. Well, actually, no. No, the real originator, the real OG of making bald badass. Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
He still was holding on to that hair for dear life, though. Like, seriously, he was holding on to that ish for dear life. And then finally he said, all right, fine. I'm letting it go. Fine. Shave it all off. Get some drinks. Have a great time. You know what I mean? There you go. Just so you know.
Between Die Hard and Jason Statham and most of the Transporter series started, I think, bald has become like part of the standard badass look.
It has become the standard badass look. Now it is. You know what I'm saying? But here it is, though. Jason Statham has made the male pattern baldness a thing. Because you notice he has male pattern baldness. He still has a 5 o'clock shadow round his head. He don't give a damn. He just keeps walking down the street to say, hey. You know what I mean? Kicking ass. I don't know. People love it. People love it, though. And he's still getting laid. So I guess it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what's going on up here. Actually, it is in here, but up here, I'm saying, on the exterior, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's all about what you have in the heart. If you have the heart of a lion, then you can get anything you want, right? You can kick ass and take names. You can still ride that motorcycle. Hair, wind is still blowing through your hair. It's just not that visible. You see what I'm saying? You're more aerodynamic. There are some really great benefits of being bald. I'm just saying that. David can't relate, so shut the hell up. But as I was saying, there's some benefits. Let's move on to the next subject here. Disney Plus is hiking prices, bruh. Like, why are they hiking prices, yo? Why? Do you know why, David?
Not really. I think they kind of got the monopoly on the that they wanted in terms of streaming their own videos. So I guess now that they have that, they're trying to force people to pay more. And specifically because their plan to charge extra for movie releases in addition to that has been kind of a failure. So it looks like they're looking at potentially including movies in your subscription in the future instead of every new release costing extra money in addition to your subscription.
I think that's sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I do agree it's a good idea. And so
I didn't even finish my sentence, man. How do you know I was going to say that it was a good idea? Was I going to say that, David? Seriously.
I'm pretty sure.
Seriously. I interrupted you. I'm just kidding. Go ahead, man. I think it's a good idea. Damn. Go ahead, man.
All right. So, let's see. Who is this guy? He's a managing partner, Disney investor and managing partner. Says that streaming is not a fad, it's here to stay. For the consumer, the cost of doing business with, say, Disney is going up, but in return, the amount of content they will receive is increasing. And they go on to say, someone else goes on to say that as media companies put more and better content on their streaming services, it will make consumers continue to evaluate whether they need pay TV or not. And so, yeah, they're increasing it pretty quickly. If people might remember that it took Netflix quite a while, even though they had a monopoly on the streaming market for a while.
Yeah.
I do think this could backfire. There's a potential, but right now they have the flagship release of Mandalorian for the shows, and they have spinoffs of that coming up. So, they might be able to keep people at that price point if they're still happy to keep seeing new Marvel and Star Wars content in particular, because they're just going to keep pumping that out. It looks like.
No kidding. Oh my God. Like, okay. Okay. Yes, I think it's a very good idea that they're hiking the prices if they are going to be putting all their movies onto the sites, right? So that people don't have to pay $20 to watch Mulan.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. That's another thing.
Yeah, the Mulan, in fact, is part of probably what pushed this, because its digital release was a huge failure, not only in the U.S., but in China. And somebody pointed out they're losing a lot of money, Disney is. And Mulan was supposed to recover that, especially in China, but it failed worse in China than it did in the U.S. because they had a terrible sense of what Chinese culture was like.
Absolutely.
It was not even remotely close.
It was extremely offensive, apparently, to Chinese culture. That's why there was a huge boycott on it and all that. And the thing is listen, I mean, yes, I think it's a good idea that they're putting everything on there. They're following in suit with what HBO Max is starting to get. HBO Max is about to get a whole gang of movies coming out here starting in about 10 days from now, because 10 days from now is Christmas time, and that new Wonder Woman movie is going to be dropping on Christmas Day. So there's going to be a lot of people tuning in or downloading the app and getting the app just specifically so they can watch that particular movie, and then the other slew of other movies, all the DC movies, etc., that are going to be coming out as well. There's still the Zack Snyder reboot, or director's cut of Justice League that's supposed to be coming out in January as well. So there's a lot of people that are very excited about that. Most likely that's going to be going on HBO Max. Actually, it is going on HBO Max. So everybody and their mama is really, really excited about seeing that too, seeing his vision and what he wanted to do with this movie, because that movie was trash. So moving on from that, there's a lot of people that are really looking forward to being able to still get the movie experience, still get to see these movies without actually, risking their lives by going into a movie theater, catching the Rona. So, and it's funny how that all still keeps leading back to Rona talk. So the fact that they're going to be doing that I think is a smart idea. They need to do exactly what the WB is doing. They really do. They need to follow exactly what they need to do. Exactly the same thing. Sony needs to do the same thing. Any of the big, movie houses that are sitting there, like sitting on movies like that new James Bond movie, they just need to get that stuff out and be done already. Real talk. They shouldn't be sitting here waiting to see, the theaters open up again. You know what I'm saying? Christopher Nolan was the only person cocky enough to say, hey, I'm putting this in the movie theaters. I don't give a damn what y'all think. We are going to put it in the movie theaters. And what happened? It didn't make that much money because nobody could go see it. Now everybody's waiting to be able to go see it when it goes on to Blu-ray and DVD, which is ridiculous because it's not even going to be available to stream when it comes out here very soon, which doesn't make any bloody sense to me at all whatsoever. So I don't know. It's a very weird time. It's a very, very weird time, but I understand, people, getting excited and being down for these movies to be pushed onto these streaming sites, at least for now. Because here it is. We're not going to be seeing normalcy until 2022. So we're going to wait for another year to be able to see these damn movies? Hell to the no. You better leak them mugs. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to sit here and wait. Real talk. I don't want to sit and wait to see Wonder Woman. Like, I don't want to sit and wait to watch another James Bond movie. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. Is he going to get the girl? Is he going to get the girl? Is he going to drive a dope-ass Aston Martin with some cool-ass devices? Is he going to get the bad guy? What's he going to do? I mean, it's like the same stuff. So it's like, just put it out already and be done with it. That's it. That's it. That's how it should be. Right. At least for right now. And also, I'll say this, too. This is going to be the new change. As soon as they get this started, this train's not going to stop. Okay? This train don't stop. I'm telling you, this train is not going to stop. They're going to start doing this thing from now on. You're going to be able to stream or go and do that good old-fashioned pastime where you got to go into a theater, sit down, eat popcorn, overpriced popcorn, and an overpriced large drink in the theaters. It's going to turn into a thing where we have these choices now. It's not going to change anytime soon. This new implementation of taking these big blockbuster movies and putting them onto these streaming sites. Unfortunately, them are the breaks. Streaming is the future, but I just don't want it to be one of those things where it's a price hike where it's like $30 a month. You can go somewhere else with that trash. Real talk.
Well, I expect there to be, if they do succeed in moving most movie watchers from the theater to streaming, I will expect that we'd see a price increase across all the streaming services at that point, because part of what limits their prices that they charge is the theaters themselves. And without that intermediary, that they can just keep increasing charging as they want, which, I mean, it looks like what Disney Plus is starting to do, and HBO Max is expected to follow. So we should expect all of these streaming services to keep increasing in price as more content is put on there instead of at the theater, because they need to recoup all the production costs completely through streaming now. Well, not completely right now, but for Disney they do. Warner Brothers is still trying to go both directions so that they have that safety net. Whichever one succeeds, they're already invested in.
Yeah. T, what do you think, man? Welcome to the show. How you doing? Gang. What are your thoughts on this? I can't hear you, man. You muted your damn self. God.
Good morning.
What's up, man? So what are your thoughts on this, man?
I'm not paying these prices, man. I'm not doing it.
Word. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, I got rid of cable, I guess, about 3 years ago. So I use extra cash to get, like, my Netflix and get, Hulu and get my Disney Plus. So it works out. But now they're going up every...
Oh, we just lost him. Dang. He was so upset about that story. He was so upset about that conversation. We just lost you. Bruh. I thought you were just angry. I just thought you were just angry, bruh. I just hung up on us.
Revolution time, okay?
What were you saying, though? Continue, please.
What I was saying, I figured out balance the cost out by using my Hulu, Netflix streaming services versus having a premier cable company like Verizon or DirecTV. And I've been doing well with it. But I got a recent email from Netflix that it's going up $3 a month, coming January. So I'm almost $20 a month now, I believe, for my Netflix.
Yeah, no kidding.
So
Isn't it funny how they've been doing, like every time I open up Netflix now, it'll say, just so you know, you're getting a price hike. Just so you know, we're going $17.89 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, that's fine. Like, it's fine. I don't care. It was already $15. So what's another $2-3? Who cares? But at the same time, they keep hiking the prices, but they're not getting any big time movies so far.
Like, I'm fine with a price hike with quality, television, movies, and so forth. I don't want the same content for a higher price.
Facts.
Heck no.
That's why I canceled, because they just haven't had any. They haven't been releasing new movies enough for it to be worth the money to me.
This is the problem. That's literally the problem of the quarantine time. That's literally the problem of quarantine, because we are consuming so much content now because we're bored. Okay? We're bored out of our skulls. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know you're bored when you clearly got a girl at home. The girl wants to do it. And you're like, nah, I don't feel like it anymore. Like, for a fact, the quarantine life is boring as hell.
Whoa.
If you can't even go and smash all the time and you get tired of smashing, clearly you got to find something else to do, right? So you're sitting there and you're Netflixing and chilling to the point where you've bled Netflix or Hulu or Prime or Disney Plus or you've already seen the shows 15 times over, and you're sitting there going, where's the good content? There is no content to be consumed. So now you're watching all the trashy movies, really bad movies, because you just need to see something. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's at. So it's like you're going to hike the price, but you're not filling up the cup with more and more content. You're giving us the same crap. So when they got something like HBO Max going, hey, we're going to be bringing in all the new movies, by the way. All of them are going to be on this thing. Hell yeah, you're going to see a lot of people start going, oh, Netflix what? Netflix what? I forgot about Netflix. What was that thing again? All the movies are going over here. And if you got to pay $17 over here, well, at least you're getting all the new Warner Brother movies. You know what I'm saying? At least that. And then you can watch it as many times as you want. You know for a fact, kids, especially kids, if they love Wonder Woman or something like that, or they love that new Batman movie, now they can watch it over and over and over again instead of listening to Let It Go, Let It Go. Instead of Frozen, you could actually watch Wonder Woman 15,000 times in a row now for the price of one subscription. It's not so bad if you really think about it. I mean, let's be real, guys. Would you rather watch Frozen 15,000 times over or watch like 1984, Wonder Woman's 1984, like 10 times in a row? Right now, for those of y'all who have kids, I'm asking everybody, not just T. I'm talking about everybody in the chat. Let's be real. It's something new. It's something new. Just saying.
Plus, WB's got a lot more variety than Disney in terms of what their major titles are right now. Plus, they have, they're getting a hold of a lot of more legacy TV shows that are still popular, like South Park and everything that's going to be on HBO Max. Whereas Disney is focusing wholly on, well, not wholly, but mostly on not Disney, on Marvel, Marvel and Star Wars. So they're not working on a lot of new productions outside of Star Wars or superheroes. And if you're tired of that, which I am, and I'm a huge fan of Star Wars, and I actually read comic books sometimes, and I'm still tired of these movies. Like WB, at least, for instance, like what we just talked about, they're going to have Mortal Kombat. I think they'll have James Bond. I think they have the U.S. distribution of James Bond as theirs, so they'll have that, and you get a little bit more variety from that umbrella because Disney itself is a brand that has to work towards that brand, whereas WB isn't so much a brand in terms of when you go to a movie that's WB, you always expect these certain points the same way you might expect from a Disney movie. So to me, I kind of see the HBO Max one as being viable for myself just because of that additional variety and the fact that HBO itself also tends to have some of the better TV shows. I don't watch a lot of TV shows now, especially that streaming has taken over. I feel like they just don't go in the direction that interests me a lot of times anymore. They've kind of worked it down to a formula on streaming services on how to keep you coming back for each episode. And that's not as enticing to me. So I've kind of lost interest in TV shows on streaming. And that will change it. If you're into TV shows, I think Netflix might still be the best option. I'm not entirely sure. Just based on the numbers of releases I've seen, though, in terms of amount of content, Netflix is still the place to go for TV shows, it seems. But as a movie person, mostly WB and HBO Max is the only one that really interests me at this stage. And it also helps that they're continuing to do theatrical releases, because there are certain movies, like for instance Mortal Kombat, that I'd much rather see in a theater with the big screen and all the sound, because it's going to be focused on spectacle. Whereas, they have other movies like the James Bond one, which, has spectacle, but it's a bit more on the drama side a lot of times. So that's perfectly fine for me on streaming.
I think it's fine, at least for now, until things go back to normal, and then we'll all be able to see movies in the theaters, or as David says, the theater, here very soon. And I'm sorry, man, I'll never get over that. Theater. No, I'm just playing. But seriously, I think it's a fine thing that they need to do right now, and maybe this becomes the new norm. You never know. If they start seeing that they're making more money off of the streams than people going to the theaters, it's going to be tough, though, because right now, theaters are dead. For now. Theaters are not going to die. They're not. People are going to still want to go to the theaters, for sure. But at the same time, for right now, ain't nobody trying to be in a theater with just anybody right now. Not until vaccines and all that stuff actually become a thing. Or actually, until the vaccines actually are implemented and they actually do work. Let's just say that. And they actually have a lasting impression on the outbreak and the pandemic that's going on all throughout this country. But I think that we are going to be seeing this be the new norm for at least a couple years. Because even so, you can sit here all day long, which of course we got to jump into this vaccine talk too, unfortunately, y'all. But we can sit here all day long, say that they could say on mainstream media, they could sit here on the social medias talking about how, they're flattening the curve, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's not, people aren't getting as sick anymore. The vaccine's working. Hallelujah. You know what I mean? Pass the grits. Fantastic. Okay. Right. But that doesn't automatically mean that we are going to be 110% okay. They can sit there and say that all day long, but for a fact people are going to still be rocking the masks. People are still going to be practicing social distancing to a certain extent. People are still going to be buying hand sanitizer and those Clorox bleach wipes, disinfectant wipes till the cows come home, until they feel for themselves that the vaccine is really working, or that the virus is fully gone and dead, right? So that on that part, I don't think it's going to be instantly everybody's flooding the theaters once movies start going into the theaters like that. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like this is going to be something that we're going to see continue till at least 2023. That's my assumption. Or it just stays like this permanently. Because there's still going to be a lot of people paranoid to go out and do stuff. There's going to be random spikes. This is not going to be perfect. There's still going to be people going, I went to a birthday party and everybody got the coronavirus. We're going to still have those horror stories come out. Trust. I went to a pool party and, the guy here had the coronavirus and everybody in the pool just jumped into a coronavirus soup. Anything's possible. I'm sorry. It's the truth, though. It's the truth. He said he was vaccinated. Seriously, I'm saying this right now because it's the truth. So those kind of things, like movie theaters and those things, are going to be slowly coming back. Dining in a restaurant where the place is packed, and people not for 1 second going, oh, damn, it's packed. You know what I'm saying? You know for a fact, people are still going to be wondering those things in the back of their minds. And it's going to be a while until that thought and those concerns fly out the window. Because we don't know if this vaccine is really going to work. So we got to talk about this, though. We got to jump into this vaccine because we only got 15 minutes, unfortunately, today. We got a short show today. So let's talk about this vaccine. We obviously do have some updates in regards to it. There have been some things that have been on the website that we've talked about, the VAERS website that we've talked about. And so there have been some interesting things that have been going on. So, David, what's been going on with this vaccine as of late?
All right, so the latest vaccine that we're looking at is Moderna, which is expected to, it's already being distributed, but it's expected to get its authorization for use, emergency authorization for use on Friday. They haven't voted yet, but everything's proceeding as if the vote will be yes, which it's assumed to be. This isn't as surprising as the Pfizer one being approved so quickly because the FDA does have rules where if it's similar to another shot, or if it's similar to another patent, and it's only an incremental change, you don't need to get an additional review of it. So that's probably part of why this one's getting sped up a little more than the Pfizer. They are both based on Moderna's technology. Moderna itself was originally branded as Moderna Therapeutics, and they had the RNA capitalized because they are the ones that created the initial RNA technology. And they started that project in 2013, and they continued it until COVID. So none of their tests had ever gone past phase 1 until COVID because of complications and severe side effects. So this is actually the first mRNA vaccine that they've been working on for 7 years that has actually not only gone past phase 1, but it went through phase 2 and 3 incredibly quickly. The Pfizer vaccine is fundamentally similar in the way it is designed. It uses either the exact same technology as Moderna's or very close technology with trade secrets we don't know about. That's also possible. So Moderna's vaccine will be approved on Friday. Moderna does have a little bit of a better history with vaccines than Pfizer, which is good. Part of the reason I don't like the Pfizer vaccine is Pfizer has a history of failure. They've released over 3 vaccines that had recalls because of dangers. If you look at their VAERS data, generally Pfizer is much worse than others. Like for their diphtheria vaccine, Pfizer's has generally a 14.29% rate of side effects, while every other company has 0%. Their poliovirus vaccine, trivalent live, with Pfizer, it's 68.25% of people have side effects, with 19% of other ones. And if you look at their pre-polio vaccine, they also doubled on that one compared to everyone else. In addition, they have the Haemophilus vaccine, which has negative reactions at a 12.7 rate compared to 2% of the other major companies with an average of 0.5%. So they're 12.2% higher than the 0.5% average. And so I like Moderna's technology better. I like Moderna's vaccine better. And the fact, just because they're the ones that originally created the technology, even though it's repeatedly been failed until the COVID one, until the COVID vaccine, which is why AstraZeneca, who's also making a vaccine, is not using the mRNA technology. Yeah. And AstraZeneca was they were allied with Moderna. They created the RNA technology together, but AstraZeneca completely abandoned it after the repeated failures of its administration for any sort of treatment. And currently, the Moderna one is using an adenovirus strain, which has a very good success rate in terms of treatments for adenovirus, but it's a modified adenovirus because the virus by itself won't provide immunity to it. Right? Anyway, so that's why I like the Moderna's one, despite... Oh, wait, yeah, Pfizer also had a few others failures in terms of vaccinations. They recalled Lyme and then 2 others I can't remember the names of. They're slightly rare, but they were recalled because of intense problems. Moderna, on the other hand, has never had a vaccine that was recalled, and they haven't actually released many vaccines because the RNA technology kept failing for the most part. That never went past phase 1. But what they have released, usually in coalition with AstraZeneca or another company, has mostly been successful. A lot of people had feared as early as like 3 years ago that Moderna was going to go away because it was considered a complete failure like Theranos was. Basically, they were not able to meet their claims. But once COVID came around, that kind of changed. And even in 2018, they were being criticized for not letting anyone. Sorry, this is Pfizer at this point. I'm talking about Pfizer now, not Moderna. But Pfizer had problems where they weren't letting people into its research, and Moderna also had this where they were criticized for no one ever peer reviewing the RNA research and development until COVID-19 vaccine. And the company lost several billion because of that. And until they rebranded in 2018, and then COVID came along, and since then they raised $621 million additional dollars and started becoming a successful company. And so Moderna is also, kind of problematic in that their vaccines have the RNA technology was continuously a failure until COVID-19. But at the same time, Pfizer's using the exact same technology, and they're having many more problems with it, and it's not being transferred as well. So if you're getting a shot, get the Moderna one, because based on the data, that's not as it hasn't shown any dangers like. Oh, well, it's shown some dangers, actually, but it hasn't shown as many or as significant dangers as Pfizer's vaccine. So it seems, we still have bad data because the RNA program was delayed for the 6 years until COVID-19 because all the failures. So this will be the first time we actually see their RNA technology enacted in the population. But so far, they haven't released anything that's failed as dramatically as Pfizer has. And again, Moderna is funded by Operation Warp Speed, so the government can always manage prices and distribution if Moderna isn't doing it in the best interest of the country, which he can't do with Pfizer because of the EUA contract. And Moderna did have one failure. I'm sorry. They tried to make the orphan disease vaccine with their RNA, but they ended up canceling it because of intense side effects and reactions again.
Yeah.
That was just their most recent major one that was looking at a success, but it also never got past phase 1 because of the problems. And once more, the AstraZeneca is depending on the old adenovirus instead of the RNA technology that they helped develop. Even though the adenovirus that they're using is genetically modified, so it's not a straight viral vaccine like you might see with the flu. It's still modified to a degree.
It's interesting because, obviously, as we continue, as we continue to walk down this road of vaccines and everything, obviously there's going to be more and more vaccines that are going to be popping up because, obviously there's going to be new versions and they're taking this breakdown of how, of what Pfizer's doing, or Moderna, and they're going to try to structure it and try to come up with their own vaccines, like other companies and everything. I'm sure that there's only time will tell that there will be more than just like 4 or 5, that are going to be out there. The only thing I see positive or good about the Moderna one is that it's not as temperamental. It's not as, it's not as volatile as the Pfizer when it comes to how to keep it in. You have to keep it in a sub-zero temperatures just to so that it still works and all that. So there are some positive things in regards to it. But yes, obviously we're going to be hearing, like I've said before, keep checking out that VAERS site. There's going to be more and more stories that are going to be popping up here soon. We have only gotten to day 2 in regards to this vaccine being implemented, and it's only going to be a matter of time that I'm sure we're going to have mainstream media or social media or whatever going to be throwing out new stories and new horror stories in regards to side effects, people dealing with side effects. And I really hope I'm wrong. But only time can tell, and I commend any person that is going to take the vaccine. A lot of frontline workers, a lot of healthcare workers have to. It is literally turning into a requirement. It might be a thing that is mandatory here very soon. And so I would just say, keep an eye on your friends, keep an eye on the people that your loved ones that are going to be taking this vaccine. You know what I'm saying? Cheer them on, but just keep an eye on them so that everything is okay. Because it's not like every single person is going to turn into freaking. It's not like this is The Walking Dead or anything. It's not like people are going to turn into zombies or anything. But there are going to be a few people that have some side effects, for sure. So just, tread lightly and be safe, And I know there's some people that are going to be doing this very soon. And Debbie just said, David, everyone is nervous about tomorrow, but thanks, LOL. That's true. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are, going to be taking the vaccine. It looks like, from my understanding, it looks like Debbie, one of our family members, is going to be getting the vaccine, I guess, tomorrow. So, I'm definitely keeping you in my thoughts and my prayers. And of course, I'm excited for you, too, to just not have to be susceptible to getting sick from the virus. So I'm excited for you. You know what I'm saying? Especially she has been risking her life every single day since day one of this virus to be in that hospital. So the fact that you are still okay, knock on wood, thank you, baby Jesus, you're still okay. You've been, part of this show and part of the family for a very long time. And people like yourself, I applaud you guys. I applaud you guys that are out there in the front line, risking your health and risking your own life for the betterment of this world. I mean, we need people like you guys for real. So seriously, let us know how the vaccine, how it goes for you, because I'd love to know. So please, let us know when you do that. But it looks like we got to wrap it up, guys. Unfortunately, we got to wrap it up today. I wanted to say big thank you to David and T for coming on today. I really appreciate it. It's a short one today, unfortunately, but I will be on later on tonight. I will be having Chris Brown's aunt, Christine Brown, with me live on the show tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to be chopping it up, talking about Black Pyramid brand to all the brands that she works on, etc. She's an incredibly talented woman. She also has a YouTube channel as well, a cooking channel. And if you guys were watching a few months back when I did that whole throwdown cook-off challenge, she was the one I was cooking against, and her brother. So she's coming on tonight to talk about her new YouTube channel and, of course, talk about all the stuff that she's got going on. So you got to tune in 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be on here live with a very extremely talented woman. So be on the lookout for that. I will be doing a pop-up video, I'm sure, at some point today. I did one yesterday where it was kind of like I was doing a reaction video to Jake Paul offering Conor McGregor $50 million. $50 million! Okay, I'm done. Damn! Okay, so real quick, if you guys do enjoy those kind of videos from me, because I don't really call them reaction videos, but I'm thinking about doing stuff like that more often, where I just take one video and break it down in my own, put in my own 2 cents and everything. If you have any suggestions to videos that you'd like to see me react to and check out and put in my own commentary, please go to that particular video and comment down below on give me a link or something like that, and I'll be sure to take a look at it and put in my own 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? My own colorful 2 cents on a viral or video that you find interesting. Okay, I probably will be doing another one here very shortly. There's a guy named Kevin Samuels that just goes in on this. He's like a dating guru, and he just went in on this woman, basically telling her she's gonna die alone. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. It's just the way he says it, and the way, bruh, the fact that he got away with that stuff is unbelievable. And so that's something I'm planning on putting out later on today. So just be on the lookout out for that. And if that's something that you appreciate and you like, please go and comment in those videos and give me a video that you would like to see me react to. That would be really, really great. Again, guys, say goodbye, fellas.
Bye.
See you guys.
Unlike last time when I was like, yeah, T, thank you so much for being on. Where's my sandwich? Yeah, baby. Yeah,
I was waiting for that again.
Yeah, I was waiting for it too, man. I was waiting for, wait a minute, shut up. Yeah, man. Yeah. Anyway, oh God, guys, I love all you guys. Thank you so much for being on the conversation today. Be good to yourselves, be good to one another, and I will see you guys later on tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time with Chris Brown's aunt, Christine Brown. We'll see you guys then. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
I'm sorry, I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
Imagination, Image a World. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.
Hey, it's Mike from Sugar Fire. Still open all our locations. Carry out, delivery, curbside. Call in. We're delivering outside of our range too. So if you get hungry, come on by.